Welcome all to the site of the Benevolent Asylum, the first public building in North and West Melbourne, whose foundation stone was laid in 1850, that is before Victoria was even separated from New South Wales. 12,000 people attended the laying of the foundation stone. The Argus described the site as the most magnificent that could be well imagined, the view being not only most extensive and beautiful in the extreme. The gardens were extensive. They were well planted and the vegetable gardens were superb. Do you think that I can do the same? Well, I follow in this tradition. I'm Mary Chapman, a project manager with the City of Melbourne. I come from the high country of New Zealand, Lord of the Rings country, and this is important to me. You will see this in the artwork behind me and in the stables when you leave. On February the 22nd, 2011, I was in Amberley, an hour north of Christchurch, having lunch with cousins. Little did we know, as we rocked and rolled and clutched the table, what was happening around us, and particularly in the city of our forebears. Our churches, schools and the universities were lying in ruins, and our homes were damaged. No one we knew was killed or injured, but over the next few days we gathered in Wellington. We had the added impetus to work out what to do with our belongings. They were treasured family memories. What was important? What should we keep and who should we give them to? The shipboard diaries, the bank books and the photograph albums are easy to deposit in the archives. Well, what of the furniture? The sea chest that's in my bedroom here, the silver and the china and the paintings. What should we do with them? Was the Canterbury Museum the right place? Should they go to Wellington and to the Alexander Turnbull Library? We wondered what had happened to the beautiful French clock given to the Canterbury Museum that had been shown in Paris for the exhibition and re-exhibited in Canterbury for the centennial in 1950. We never asked. It was not important given the tragedy around us. I returned to Melbourne, lamenting the loss of so much that I loved. These questions resurfaced, and whose shoes do I follow? Are they the shoes of the cousins that I shared that day with? Or is it the person, the little girl, that owned the shoe that we found in the garden here? Who was she? Was she a child of the asylum? Or did she live here with the United Friendly Society's chemical works? They built a chemical works, a stables, and the house that you can see behind me. They built on the site of the old laundry. The story of laundries is a reoccurring theme. I will share it with you, or am I airing too much of my dirty linen? Here is the Old Bailey proceedings of the man who stole my great-great-grandfather's dirty linen from Wimpole Street in London. Well, he was transported for 10 years. Was it to Australia? Do any of you have the name Thompson, or maybe that of Cox or Patterson? They were transported for 7 years for receiving the stolen goods. 2 sheets with the name Chapman on them. A really harsh penalty, we fear. The linen bag of my paternal great-grandmother, with EMC embroidered on it, given to me because I've got the same initials. Or the sugar bag apron of my maternal grandmother. The Colonial Sugar Refinery comes in from Australia, no doubt, given to me because I love flowers. And below you, you'll see as you go out, the laundry tubs left over from the chemical works. What is important? What should I do with these things? What should I keep? Who should I give them to? Whose history is it, and who do I keep it for? Leave now, and as you go, notice the bluestone step. Perhaps it was the foundation of the Benevolent Asylum. Peep into the tack room, now my stable's guest flat. Observe the 3-horse stables that you came through. Look for the drains in the brickwork. and then pass out into the lane through the toilet that was connected in 1920. And as you go, ponder on who has gone before you. In whose shoes do you follow? Was it the Wurundjeri Willam on whose land we now all sit? Or was it the inmates of the asylum who broke rocks to earn their little pocket money? Was it the family from the United Friendly Society? Did they drive a horse and cart around and take medicines around the city? Or was it the local North Melbourne families who came to the Local Hall Theatre next door here and came over afterwards to the salon bars in the front of this place? Or was it a member of the Donato family, who were the last family to have lived here? Sam works for the City of Melbourne, and I wonder what stories he's going to tell me. What is important for you to save? Is it the memory of a day like this? Thank you and goodbye.